Welcome to the Craft of Coaching podcast, where we dive into what it truly takes to become a skilled, confident life coach. I'm your host, Kate, head of the CLCC, or Certified Life Coach Collective, an ICF-Accredited Level 1 coach training program. We combine courage, coaching, and community to offer you more than just a training program, but a life-changing experience where you use your own personal transformation as the learning ground for supporting your clients. On this podcast, we explore how you can use coaching skills to support your clients or expand your own growth, all grounded in evidence-based coaching practices. Learn more about our program and get free resources for becoming a life coach at teamclcc.com. And now, here's today's episode. Hi there, everyone. It's Kate, and I'm bringing back our Skill Drill series. If you missed it, the announcement in a previous episode, I am doing some longer form Craft of Coaching episodes, as we always have done, but we're also going to be inserting some shorter episodes that are maybe only 10 or 15 minutes long, and those will be a sub-series of the Craft of Coaching podcast, and this series will be called our Skill Drill series. It's exactly what it sounds like. We take a tiny little skill or some tiny little corner of the experience of being a coach, marketing yourself as a coach, helping your clients, and we do just 10 or 15 minutes on that one piece, skill, mindset shift, how you're going to help your clients. Sometimes I'll insert an exercise that you can bring to your clients, things like that. Very, very helpful for just getting a little dip into coaching each week, and also helpful for those of us who, like me and so many others, have 50 gazillion, that's a technical term, podcasts that you're subscribed to, and it's really hard to keep track with all of them. So let's get into our skill drill for this week, which is all about careers in coaching. Today's skill drill is going to be about careers in coaching beyond just a private practice. There is this perception that if you become a life coach, the options are put a website out there, try to find private clients, usually doing that by being on social media. In fact, the coaching industry has grown far, far, far beyond that. It is no longer a situation where someone would get their coaching certification solely to have a private practice. In fact, we are seeing so many more people apply to the program who want their coach certification fully intending to stay in, for instance, a corporate job, but wanting to be able to bring to that job, I have the ability to coach people to greater performance. I have the ability to use coaching skills for project management and time prioritization and conflict resolution and things of that nature. So having your coach certification is no longer something that you're doing just with private clients. And in fact, it's something that companies are really looking for. They want to see that the people that they hire have coaching skills that they can bring to the table. So let's talk about some options for coaches aside from purely one-on-one practices. These are other careers in coaching. So I'm going to go first with corporate coaching because that's the easiest one. So essentially, you may decide, I want to get my coach certification because I'm tired of the communication breakdowns that are happening on my team, or feeling like as a manager, I'm trying to give someone performance feedback and I don't quite know how to do it in a way that at the very least wouldn't feel so awkward. So coaching skills can then be applied in an organizational setting, helping people develop leadership skills, supporting your teams around work-life balance. And what we are seeing is that there's a lot of growth in hiring corporate coaches internally, or corporate coaches who kind of straddle that coaching consultant line. So big growth area in terms of corporate, organizational, and executive coaching. The next place where some more coaching skills are needed and having a coaching certification is really beneficial would be healthcare. So if you're working in a rehab facility, a wellness center, even a hospital, having coaching skills can help you to assist patients, for instance, in managing chronic illness, making lifestyle changes, certainly in improving mental health. Another place where we're seeing that people are wanting coaching skills would be in career coaching or recruiting. So when somebody is a recruiter, they are often needing to actually coach the hiring managers or the people coming up with a job requisition around identifying specific goals for the position, identifying metrics of success for that role. This is all very coaching adjacent. Coaching, when you work with a private client, you're establishing goals, you're establishing metrics for success, you're asking questions that are open-ended, forward-leaning, trying to listen at the level of not just what the person says, but also your gut or the conversation below the conversation that can be happening. And so coaching skills can really help with navigating those kinds of environments. Of course, coaching can really directly be applied to sports coaching. We have a graduate who we're super proud of, Sarah Dole, S-A-R-A, and last name is D-O-E-L-L. She is not only a sports coach, but also a life coach. She's written 2 books. It's pretty incredible how she's, been doing both, but this can be sports coaching at the amateur level, but obviously at the collegiate or professional level. Coaching comes from sports in terms of the metaphor of it. In the same way that a sports coach is able to watch the players on the field and provide guidance, strategy, things of that nature for the players, but the coach isn't actually playing the game themselves. That is a nice parallel for what it's like to be a life coach, where you are actually helping someone to see the game, so to speak, of life and set strategies and goals that are supportive of what that player or client wants to achieve. We're also seeing growth in coaching skills around creation of online courses or support for development of health and wellness assets. So it's no longer just you become a coach to have one-on-one sessions. A lot of people who are getting their coach certification are going, hey, I don't know that I want to take on a full client load, but I love the idea of using my coaching education to create content and courses that people can use asynchronously or self-paced. And then they are getting the skills that I would normally work on someone with in a coaching environment, but I don't have to actually be there for an hour at a time each time. And then, of course, there's a lot of coaching that can happen in any kind of performance-related role, so such as a learning and development role, a sales coach role. That is actually a thing where there are coaches for sales professionals to help them strategize on ways that they are able to bring their own unique style of sales and sales performance to their conversations with prospects, but to improve their numbers, meet their quotas, and things of that nature. So there's a really wide depth and breadth of what is happening in coaching, and a lot of places people are applying it. I'm hearing about people doing parent coaching, especially if parents have neurodivergent children and they're really, that's a big struggle. It brings so many gifts to have neurodivergent children, but of course it also can bring many challenges. So parental support. Some therapy practices might offer that as an adjunct for parents. There's also coaching work that can happen in nonprofits, ways of supporting the people who are doing the very difficult work of activism and trying to turn around unjust systems or support populations that just have a lot of needs and are very under-resourced. When someone has their coaching certification and can bring coaching skills into that kind of environment, there's greater resilience and capacity for the team. There's less vicarious traumatization, and essentially you're just providing that environment of support. So that's today's skill drill, going over lots of different options for careers in coaching, some of which have nothing to do with a one-on-one practice and actually involve being embedded in organizations or working with teams or not even working with clients at all, because maybe you're taking your coaching skills and translating that into learning asynchronously, self-paced, things of that nature. So there's a lot of places you can go with a career in coaching, and I hope that I've gotten you excited about the one that feels right for you. All right, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Before you go, Would you help us out and take a moment to give us a rating in iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you're listening? It really helps us get the word out to other listeners. And before you go today, would you like free resources to support your coaching journey? Whether you're considering becoming a coach or you want advanced coach skills training, access our coaching resource library at teamclcc.com. Again, that's teamclcc.com. Can't wait to connect with you. And again, thanks for listening.